You know, man, every once in a while, this comes out of me because you know my challenge in CTL. What I say about David, if I could give one word, he's a warrior. In downtown Spokane, as you drive out of the town, you see over on your right on a big brick building this King of Kings, Lord of Lords, a beautiful picture of Revelation when Christ is coming back as a warrior to bring back his kingdom to this earth. It's a beautiful picture. And I read this the other day and I just thought, you know what? Men, sometimes we need our batteries charged. Sometimes we need to get out of this wimp attitude. God is in the business of being a warrior. Jesus was a warrior. God is calling you and me today to get out there and be a warrior in the workplace, in our churches, to stand up and be men. And I want to read this. Brave and courageous men have always been honored by God and man. Boy, isn't that true? Listen to 1 Chronicles 7:40. The descendants of Asher. What about this being written in Scripture? The descendants of Altmaier. Choice men, brave warriors, outstanding leaders, men ready for battle. You know what? A warrior is always ready for battle. We've got to have our armor on. Do you know the armor of God? I'll tell you what, Jesus walked with that armor. Jesus is a tough, manly, and noble and courageous. He is a warrior of the highest rank. He is the commander-in-chief of the Lord's army. Did you hear that, man? He is the commander-in-chief of the Lord's army, the one with fire in his eyes and a double-edged sword in his hand. You know, man, I wanted to meditate on that. I want to speak that to man because we are not to be chocolate soldiers. We are to be men that are ready for the battle, ready to fight, choice men, fighting with God's army. And if God's men and God's army would rise up, our culture wouldn't look the way it is. Our families wouldn't look the way they are. God is looking for warriors. And just as he looked down in that day when Israel was defeated and all of his people were hiding, he said to Gideon, Gideon, thou mighty warrior, I speak to you today, man, and say, thou mighty warrior, rise up. Be an impact player for God's glory. Don't be a chocolate soldier.